welcome back to the annual watch party for Ahsoka episode 5. Guys, this of course is the Anakin and Ahsoka flashbacks to the Clone War episode. That's what I believe, and I think that's what we all can assume. That's what today's episode will be about. I would be surprised and shocked if we got to see any of Baylan, Shin, Sabine, I forget the one witch's name. I would be surprised if we saw any of that in this episode. I expect really an Anakin and Ahsoka focused episode of where they're in the world between worlds. Hell, we're not even sure if this is really Anakin. That's what a lot of people are saying. That's not Anakin, and it's just the dark side playing, playing mind games with Ahsoka. I'm not quite sure if that's the case. I really hope that's not the case. I really hope that this is Anakin. I think we all assume that the world between worlds is a place where Force ghosts go. There is kind of like, it's in a way like heaven to them, but it's like, the world between worlds, like that's where Force ghosts go. And this is actually, this is Anakin. I really hope it is Anakin. It's not the dark side trying to play, mind games with Ahsoka. I'm really hoping so, but I'm really hoping that it's just Anakin and we get to actually, this is a lesson to Ahsoka of you can't be mad at Sabine for making the choice that she made. You know what I mean? You were once in this position, when you were my Padawan, and this is a learning experience where you think maybe, some people might be right if you wondered if you would have stayed, would I have turned to the dark side? And let's see that, you know what I mean? And we get moments where like Anakin shows her the moment of like, okay, in this scenario, what if you were on Mustafar instead of Obi-Wan and you tried to stop me from really turning to the dark side? What would have been that outcome? Would things have changed? I don't know. Like, what if we get to see that? Because also, I don't know if anybody knows this, but this episode is actually going to be theatrical in some select theaters across the globe. Like, it's going to be theatrical. Now, unfortunately enough, Pittsburgh is not getting any theatrical releases of episode 5 of Ahsoka. I already checked last night, not happening. Unless it's last minute decisions, I don't know. Regardless, even if they were doing it, I wouldn't have done it because I do these, of course, pre-show discussions with you guys, and I like to be here doing it with you guys and kind of, being able to jump right from, after we're done watching the episode, me be here and talking to you guys in our after show discussions where we talk spoilers. So definitely, like I said, I am excited to see what they do in tonight's episode. I'm really happy. I think my predictions is that we're going to get a lot of flashbacks in this episode. That's what I think. And I think it is Anakin. That's what I feel like I in my heart, I think this is really Anakin. I don't think Dave Filoni would try to do some weird shit where it's like, oh no, it's the dark side pretending to be Anakin to mess with Ahsoka. I hope that's not the case. Just make it Anakin. That's what we all want. We don't want there to be some twist and some weird shit. No, just make it Anakin. Make this be a life lesson for Ahsoka, you know what I mean? A lesson for her to be a better, for her to have better teachings, you know what I mean, to show Sabine, like, you know what I mean? Let this be a lesson for Ahsoka, even though she is not really like a Jedi per se, and she's kind of, like a gray Jedi, but let this be a lesson to Sabine to show, you know what I mean? Let this be a lesson to Ahsoka to train Sabine, you know what I mean? As since Sabine is her Padawan, like let this be a lesson so she can show it to Sabine. I'm really hoping that that's what it will be. Like this is just lessons for Ahsoka to be a better master to Sabine. That's what I'm really hoping that these episodes will be, because I don't know if it's just going to be this episode and by the end of this episode she will be out of the world between worlds. I don't really know. That's really what we're gonna kind of wait and see if that's the case or not. If this is kind of like gonna be, if this is actually Anakin, is this a lesson for Anakin to be teaching Ahsoka, so that way Ahsoka could be teaching it to Sabine about patience. I feel like that's really the lesson, is patience, and also Padawans will make mistakes. You made mistakes when you were my Padawan. I feel like that's what this episode will be about. At least that's what I hope. And really, all in all, I think people have theories that the device, the map that's leading Baylan and Shin, and also I forget her name, Morgan, the map that's going to lead them to Thrawn. People speculate when Ahsoka tried to pick up the orb after when she tried to like remove it before it finished the map for Morgan, that it ingrained the map like the map directions in like on her palm. I don't know if that's the case, and she'll just be able to, like, when she gets out of the world between worlds, she'll just be able to use the map after all, because as we all know, Balin destroyed it after the map was finished, so that way no one could follow you know, Morgan and Balin, and of course, Shin, so no one could follow them to go find Thrawn to stop them. But as we all know, it kind of, from what it looked like, of course, Ahsoka got burned by the orb, which is the map that leads to Thrawn, and of course, Ezra. So I'm thinking when she does get out, the map is definitely on her palms, and probably, if anything, I'm forgetting his name on the top of my head. I think his name is what is it? The robot's name, and it's like I'm blanking on what the robot's David Tennant's character's name. I'm totally blanking. I'm actually gonna look it up right now because it's like so annoying that I'm forgetting. But I think, yeah, Hu Yang. I think Hu Yang is going to help, Ahsoka, like, make up the map, or probably analyze it off of her palm. I think I would not be surprised if the space whales, I forget their names off the top of my head, end up helping Ahsoka get to where it is the kind of like they use the whales as kind of like a way of transporting to where Shin, Morgan, and also Balin is. I would not be surprised. On the top of my head, I can't remember the name of the space whales, but I think they're called like I forget, but I think that's honestly my prediction, is that the space whales will help, of course, Ahsoka get to where she needs to go to stop Morgan and Balin and Shin from getting Thrawn. I think that's what will end up happening. Guys, let me know down in the chat what the hell the name of the whales are. I'm forgetting. Space whales is definitely good enough where you guys understand it. It's like, it's been a minute. I feel like it also feels weird because even though this episode was last week, episode 4, it feels like it's been a very long time almost since the last episode of Ahsoka. It feels that way, and a lot was going on today. I feel like that's why my brain's not processing like names right now. It's like coming and going, but I am excited for tonight's episode. I just really hope it is Anakin and it's not the dark side trying to play mind tricks with Ahsoka. That's what I really hope. I don't want it to be that. I just want it to be Anakin and him showing her moments in history of different Star Wars movies. Different major moments in the Star Wars timeline. I just want him to show her major moments where maybe she questions, oh, what if I would have stayed, and what if I was the one to go to Mustafar? Would things have changed? And maybe he pushes her in that scenario where she fights Anakin, and or she tries talking Anakin down, and we end up seeing them fight. Because again, I feel like a moment like that is gonna happen, because this, again, in certain select theaters, it is theatrical this episode. So I would not be surprised if we get a sequence like that. All I know is this episode's gonna be peak. That's simple as that. It's gonna be peak. It's gonna be awesome. Oh, what's up, Otto? How's it going? Hi, maybe live action Clone Wars flashbacks. That's what I think this episode will be, bro. Fingers crossed, because I feel like that's what we all think, and that's what we all assumed. Especially that's what I assumed, like, okay, like, Ahsoka's gonna be in the world between worlds, and that's how we get to see Anakin. That's how we get these flashbacks. It makes sense, because that's what the world between worlds is. It is literally a gateway in the moments in history of Star Wars, like literally portals within the history of Star Wars where you get to look in and see major moments in Star Wars history. So that's why I'm saying it makes sense where he would use this, especially after the betrayal of, Sabine not listening to Ahsoka about destroying the map. And Anakin is going to remind her, like, you need to not be angry at Sabine because you were the same way when you were my Padawan. You did not listen. You know what I mean? You gotta have patience. I struggled with that with you. Obi-Wan struggled with that with me. You need patience. And if anything, you know what I mean? I've learned from my mistakes, because I went to the dark side and I made a mistake. You know what I mean? It's like you can't, as much as probably, because we did see Ahsoka was getting angry to the point where she was tapping into a little bit of the dark side, I gotta say, because mind you, she's not really a Jedi where she won't go to like tap into the dark side. We saw that with her. She's a great Jedi, so we did see her kind of get angry in the fight with Balin. Especially probably angry now that Sabine kind of, didn't listen to her about destroying the map. So you can tell she's probably a little bit angry, but Anakin has to kind of remind her, you need to be patient. You need to understand where Sabine is coming from. And in a way, I feel like maybe that's why maybe Ahsoka was hesitant on taking on Sabine again as her Padawan because, as we all know, you know, I hate to say it, but like, connection, which is, what I mean, in a connection to loved ones is kind of what Anakin's downfall was. It was his connection to Padme, and willing to do anything to say anything and everything and anything, or everything and anything to save Padme was the connection that led him to the dark side. Maybe, Ahsoka was trying to teach Sabine that, saying that I kind of saw Sabine's attachment to not only Ezra, but the whole like family of the Rebels team. You know what I mean? And saw that and saying like the only will go one way, where it's like it will lead to the dark side. Her connection, her love that she has for her friends. Maybe that's because as we all know, she was kind of hesitant on taking on Grogu because of his connection to Din. So it's kind of like I understand maybe that's why she like wanted to stop training Sabine, because of the connection that she had, and she was maybe worried that she saw how much love that Anakin had for Padme and where that led. Maybe she was afraid that, okay, look how much love she has for her Rebels family. I can only see that going one way, that she won't be fully committed. And maybe that's what Ahsoka saw, and maybe that's why she wanted to stop training Sabine. And maybe this was a reminder where she's like, I need to trust Sabine if it really comes down to it, where like she will destroy the map even though she really wants to find Ezra. We cannot let them find Thrawn. And maybe she really thought, okay, like, I hope I can trust you, and this was a reminder. This is why I stopped training you, because I knew you had too much attachments, and to be a Jedi you can't have attachments. Maybe that's what she was thinking. Maybe even though she's a gray Jedi, she can't fight that kind of like no attachments thing. Maybe she just can't fight that, and it's one of those things where it's like that's a part of inner core of being a Jedi, even though she claims she's not a Jedi anymore. Maybe that's what she's really feeling. I don't know. It's gonna be very interesting to see what they do. Jerry, you said hopefully Anakin doesn't show her moments from the Disney trilogy, Force Awakens, though. The Last Jedi. Okay, I would be okay with Force Awakens. Last Jedi, no. Rise of Skywalker, no. I agree with you definitely on that one. Although you said kind of hope in other episodes that we see if other family members of Sabine from the Great Purge. We might, like, I don't know, we might even see moments of maybe Ahsoka's and Sabine's greatest hits, of maybe when Ahsoka first took on Sabine, what maybe made Ahsoka want to stop training Sabine, like what made it not work. We will see that most definitely, because I think this is a teaching moment. That's why I feel like me and Dave Filoni are kind of like we're kind of like here, like our minds are connected. I feel like I'm seeing his vision on what this episode is and what this episode is supposed to be. I feel like this episode is a learning episode. Is really like Anakin, her master, that never got to finish her training. This is him finishing her training. And I feel like all the knowledge that Anakin has learned via him turning to the dark side, him coming back from the dark side, I feel like this is the right way for Ahsoka's training to fully be complete by a fully complete Anakin, if that makes any sense. An Anakin that's overcome the dark side. I feel like this is a training episode. This is a learning episode for Ahsoka, of Anakin finishing Ahsoka's training. I feel like it just makes sense. I feel like, am I the only one that thinks that? I feel like it just makes sense I feel like what Dave is trying to do, and I feel like it just fits so perfect. That, again, Anakin never got to finish Ahsoka's training, and I feel like this is the perfect time for Anakin to do that. Especially at the moment, like I said, that Sabine kind of, betrayed Ahsoka. And I feel like we will go not only like moments where like Anakin trained Ahsoka and to remind Ahsoka that, again, Ahsoka was very frustrating to Anakin, but Anakin was very patient. He had to be patient, and that will show Ahsoka that I need to be patient with Sabine. Yeah, there's going to be rough moments, but that's all a part of having a Padawan. You know what I mean? That's all a part about me being a master and me training my Padawan. I feel like he will remind her of that you weren't all sunshines and rainbows. I had to be patient with you. And I feel like that's what this episode is going to be, and that's what makes me happy. And I'm just really excited. Also, I think they're called Purgles. Let me know if I'm right, if they're called the Purgles, the whales, the space whales. I think they're called Purgles, if I'm correct. Let me know. When you said Purge, I was like, oh my god, I think they're called Purgles, if I'm correct. So let me know if I'm right, if that's what the space whales are called. But I just feel like I know where Dave Filoni is going with this, and I feel like it's just pure genius. Whether, if I'm correct or not, if this is actually Anakin, we don't know. People think that this is the dark side playing tricks, like I said, on Ahsoka, because as we all know, the one character that has sacrificed herself for, to bring Ahsoka back to life, like, apparently was the light side. To her counterpart of her brother was the dark side, and people think that the brother that is the dark side is playing tricks with Ahsoka, because apparently the dark side, which is the brother to the light side that brought Ahsoka back to life, apparently the brother hated the sister. So apparently people think that this is the brother, having the shape of Anakin, to again play mind tricks on Ahsoka, which, you know what I mean, pretending to look like Anakin, to get Ahsoka's guard down. But I hope that's not it. I really do. I hope that's not it. Again, theory thinks that that's what's going to happen. I hate that theory. I think it's trash. I really just hope that it's Anakin finishing Ahsoka's training. An Anakin that's learned from his mistakes, as we all know, because Anakin turns back to the light side. You know what I mean? So I feel like I want that to be this. I really just don't know. The time will tell when we see the episode in a couple of minutes. Really, we'll see what the episode's going to be like. But I don't know. Although, sorry, I mean from Attack of Mandalore, and if they survive. Oh, like, you know what I mean? Like a moment of, like, what if the people on Mandalore survived the Great Purge? Like, you mean that? Like, will we see a moment like that? Like, what if the Mandalorians survived the Great Purge of Mandalore? Like, are you talking about that? That would be cool if we got, like, a what if of that. I mean, essentially, this is what the episode's going to be about. It's going to be a what if episode, probably. Like, what if I would have stayed? What have you? Could I have saved you from turning to the dark side? Could I have saved Jedi's? Could we have all rallied together if I would have saved you? You know what I mean? And could we have, fought back against Palpatine and the Empire? Could we have done that? This is what that episode is going to be about. We're going to see a moment to what we saw in Tales of the Jedi, or a version of it, where Anakin was training, where, of course, Ahsoka was getting cocky about beating the Jedi, training sessions, and he's like, okay, you're going to fight more than just droids. You're going to fight, actually trained, bounty hunters, like the clones and stuff like that. You're going to fight people like this. I need to prepare you. We're probably going to see Captain Rex in this episode. We're probably going to see Captain Rex in that sequence. Like, I would not be surprised if we get to see sequences that resemble what we saw in Tales of the Jedi, but not only that, but what we saw in the Clone Wars series. I would not be surprised if somehow Natalie Portman made a cameo in this and we didn't know it. I would not be surprised if Ewan McGregor came back to make some cameos in this. The possibilities are endless, so we need to prepare that we're going to see some peak shit in this episode. I honestly think this might be my favorite episode of all time in terms of Star Wars shows. Hell, this might be my favorite in terms of Star Wars content, because, like I said, this is where the fun begins. Literally, like, this is where the fun begins, guys. Like, possibilities are endless for this episode. I am just super excited to see what they got in store for us. I'm just so glad everybody is here. Like I said, guys, remember to like the stream. It helps out with the channel a lot. Make sure to share on Twitter. Let people know that we are here with the pre-show discussions, and we will be here for the after-show discussion once the episode is done. I will be back on here for the after-show discussion where we will talk spoilers about the episode. Also, guys, if you guys have Twitter, take a picture. Let me know that you're watching the stream. Let me know that you're here with me. Let me know how excited you are. All the hashtag Star Wars, hashtag the Heroverse, hashtag Anakin. Like, guys, let people know that we are here and we do these, because I want the channel to grow. We're almost to 1,000 subscribers. That is the goal. And I know we could do it with your help. And yeah, guys, come on, like, spread the word. Like, let's get this channel to 1,000 subscribers. I know we can do it before the end of this year. I just know we can do it. I got my energy drink. I need this because, like I said, I had a crazy, crazy day. I don't know if anybody saw my TikTok, but I designed my PS5 and made it Spider-Man 2 themed. I'm not done with it per se yet. I really do want to add, like, Venom, like the symbiote tendrils, to the one side of my PlayStation. So if you guys don't have TikTok, download TikTok and go see what I'm talking about. I'm actually gonna take photos later tonight of the PS5, and I'll probably post them up not only on my main channel on my community tab, but I'll post them also on my gaming channel, because of course I'm doing nothing but Spider-Man 2 stuff over on my gaming channel at Heroverse Gaming. If you haven't subscribed over there, definitely do so and subscribe. It's in my channel. It's in my channels playlist. It's right there. It takes you straight to my gaming channel. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers over there. Initially, I'm trying to get to 200 before the year ends over on my gaming channel, and I know we can do that. And guys, if you're interested in seeing my personal reaction to this episode, which you guys are gonna want to see, my reaction to this episode, go subscribe to my Patreon. Link in description. It's in my link tree. It takes you straight to my Patreon. Only $5 a month. It's practically free. I'm actually also every Thursday I'm rewatching an episode of Loki as we count down the Loki season 2. Starting this Thursday, I will be watching episode 2 of Loki season 1. I will be reacting to that over on my Patreon. And like I said, on the week of Loki season 2, which will be, I think if I'm correct, it will be October 5th. I'm gonna be dropping the last 2 episodes of Loki, which will be Loki episode 5 and episode 6. And it literally is the night before Loki season 2 drops, which of course will be that following Friday, which will be the 6th. Of course, I will be doing a pre-show and after show for Loki that Thursday night, that late Thursday night going into Friday. It'll be a 2 a.m. stream. I'll go live. It'll be the pre-show, of course. And then after the episode is done, after I'm done recording my reaction for Patreon, I will do an after show discussion where we talk, of course, about the episode, the first episode of Loki season 2. Guys, there's a lot of stuff coming, and I just appreciate you guys being here. Ada, you said, did they show the episode in your movie theater? No, they didn't. I searched up all my local theaters here in Pittsburgh. I did not see any showings last night for today. But for all I know, that could have been a last minute thing where they put it in the theater. I don't know. Like maybe it's scheduled today, right now at this time. I don't know. It sucks, but at the end of the day, I'm glad that we're here, because if I would have went to a theatrical theater watch experience for this, I would have missed out on it, experiencing it with you guys, and I don't think that's worth it. I think it's worth me being here, experiencing it with you guys. I wouldn't want to miss it. Having these pre-show discussions and after-show discussions where we get to talk about the episode. I really love doing these, and if I went to that, I wouldn't have been able to do this. So I'm glad that I'm here. I know that some cities are doing episode 5 of Ahsoka theatrical release, which is really, really cool. That's what makes me think we're going to get some big stuff in this. So like I'm saying, you guys are not going to want to miss my reaction. I'm going to flip out. I just know it. It's going to be crazy. I'm so excited. And right now, like I said, it's 8:22 p.m. The episode, like I said, probably won't drop until 9. That's usually how it is. I'm actually going to I'll pull up Disney Plus real quick. I'm actually really curious to see how it might drop at like 8:50 for all I know. I'm actually going to test that out real quick. I just want to see if we'll keep an eye out. We'll just keep refreshing and waiting for the episode. We'll just keep this up. I figure we'll just keep it up. Even though I won't be showing it here. YouTube, don't take down my stuff. I'm not going to be showing it here. But, we'll be putting up, we'll be reacting to the episode over on my Patreon. And like I said, the after show discussion stream is up. So guys, go like that discussion stream, the after show stream, and make sure you guys tune in. A lot of the time when I go live, a lot of you guys don't tune in. Make sure to tune in, please. It would mean the world to me, because I do these streams for you guys, and I really want to talk about the episode, especially this one. So make sure to, again, go like that stream, put on notifications on for that stream so you guys know when I go live. Sometimes if you don't put notifications on directly for that stream, it won't notify you. So definitely make sure to go to that stream, the after show discussion stream, where we talk spoilers, hit notify me and like the stream and share the stream. Let people know, guys. I'm really trying to get a lot of views on these streams, so that way it reaches out to more people and we can get more people to come join the channel here. Jerry, you said mostly Disney-owned theaters are the ones that got the episode. That's sick. That's really cool. I don't know what Disney-owned theaters there are. I have no clue. I would assume out in LA. That's what I would assume. Even in Florida, probably as well. Bethany, you said, oh, that's cool if you got to see it in theaters. Oh, it definitely would be cool. It'd be very, very cool. Especially if we get a recreation of Mustafar, but with Ahsoka versus Anakin. That's what everybody's been wanting to see. If Obi-Wan never showed up, what if it was Anakin versus Ahsoka? That would be a cool fight. It would be a very, very cool fight. Now I feel like we kind of would know the outcome of that fight because of course Ahsoka fought Darth Vader, and Darth Vader was a little bit more aggressive. So I feel like it might be the same result, and she would barely beat him. But I honestly don't know because Ahsoka's very, very well trained because she got trained by the best. I just don't know how that fight would go, but it'd be really cool to see it in tonight's episode. Why would they show that? Because in the world between worlds, Bethany, it is a gateway of seeing Star Wars greatest hits, like moments in Star Wars. You can literally, it's like the multiverse, if that makes any sense. It's like going into the quantum realm, let's say in Avengers Endgame, where they flew into different points of universes and we saw the Avengers greatest hits. That's what the world between world is you get to see the greatest moments in Star Wars history, like big key moments. The Mustafar, fight between Obi-Wan and Anakin is a pretty, big moment in Star Wars history. So that's why I think I would not be surprised if we got a what if scenario where like Anakin says, "You want to see what would happen if you showed up and Obi-Wan didn't? Here you go," and shoves her in, and we get to see that fight sequence. It's gonna happen, most definitely, especially if it got theatrical. It's. I'm thinking it's gonna happen. I'm so geeking. Bethany, you said, did that happen in Rebels? In Rebels, we did get to see when Ezra went in the world between worlds. There was a fight sequence between Ahsoka and Vader. And we didn't know if Ahsoka died or not, but there was a moment we kind of assumed Ahsoka died, let's be real, when she fought Anakin. And fought Vader, and we just didn't know, but we kind of assumed that she died. Until the moment where Ezra saw that moment inside, it was almost like a mirror, and he saw inside that mirror of them fighting. He pulled Ahsoka out before she died at the hands of Vader and saved her. That's what you can do in the world between worlds, and Palpatine was really keen on getting in there. That was the one thing Palpatine can never do. Ezra had the ability to go in there, but Palpatine couldn't get in there. And Palpatine wanted to get in there because he could literally mess with key moments of history and change them. That's how powerful the world between worlds is, and Palpatine couldn't even get in, but Ezra could. So this is one of them situations where this is a very serious thing that we're doing in Star Wars. Anything can happen, anything can change. Hell, they could rewrite the sequels if they wanted to, just by the events of them messing with whatever in here. I know, again, Theory said he didn't want that. Dude, speaking of which, I hate to say it, but he said that he hated Endgame. So clearly he doesn't see and especially for a person that hates the sequels, I can't imagine why he wouldn't want if they did try to change things in here, because in the world between worlds, you could change things if you wanted to. You could totally undo the sequels if they mess around in here. And I feel like it just makes sense why he wouldn't want that, because he doesn't like the sequels. So I don't like the sequels, and I would love if they would undo them in here. It just doesn't make sense. But like I said, it's big that they are doing this. It's so big, and I'm super, super excited. I cannot wait. Bethany, you said that's cool. I can't wait for this episode. Do you think Hayden will be in just this episode? I'm thinking yes, but we got 6 people in here. Guys, definitely make sure to like the stream. Helps out a lot. Definitely make sure to share the stream and let me know your predictions for episode 5 of Ahsoka. Welcome to the channel again here if you are new here. Make sure to subscribe because we do these every Tuesday at 8 p.m., an hour before the episode drops, of course, at 9 p.m. EST. And like I said, guys, this is a big episode tonight. It's big. I want to know your theories. I want to know your predictions. Like I said, I think I'm pretty accurate on this. I feel like I'm accurate. I'm confident that this is a learning experience for Ahsoka, and this is Anakin finishing Ahsoka's training. I feel like that's what Dave is trying to do. I feel like I'm so right in my gut, in my heart, that I'm right about that. Now, what I don't know is that if they're going to try to undo the sequels in here. That would be amazing if they tried to undo the sequels in here. I would love that. I think that's the only way you could do it, is in here. Whether they will do that or not, highly, highly doubt it, but you never know. I don't know why, but my brother is calling me. He probably wants to show me his shells because he was spray painting his shells like I did today for his PS5. Oh, I can't wait for this. Oh, you said that. Okay, cool. I'm gonna answer my brother real quick. He's FaceTiming me. I'm gonna let him know that I'm on stream. Nick, I'm on stream. I don't know if you know that. I'm on stream. You can say hi. I don't know if you guys can see my brother, but hello stream. Well, I'm doing my pre-show for episode 5 of Ahsoka. You're not gonna, dude. You gotta watch tonight's episode, man. It's gonna be crazy. You gotta catch up or just watch tonight's episode. Yo, what did you do? What? Did you dump that? That's sick, but like, I really want to do that to mine. It's actually really, really cool. That's what I tried doing with the brush, but the brush didn't work. I didn't do it. I was testing on the plate and it just was not working. Dude, speaking of which, you gotta wipe that off the table before it dries. You should have put paper down. You're making a mad. What do you mean? You're making a mad mess with paint. It's sick though. Cool. Beth's trying to print me out the thing for it though. So, like the the sticker venom stuff like tendrils. So, but maybe yeah, I'd rather kind of have that if you want to help me later. Or I guess you don't want to help. That's fine if you don't want to help. Alrighty, I'll talk to you later though. Okay. All right, love you. Bye. Yeah, my brother's got a cool thing. My brother actually used puff paint to make the symbiote tendrils on his PS5. It looks really really cool. That's what I wanted to do, but I was just not gonna try to use a. I was trying to use a brush on what I did, but I was like, I'm not doing this. I'm not gonna mess this up. So I'm gonna use like my sister's Cricut and print out the like pattern of the tendrils and put it around the spider. That's what I'm gonna do. So sub supervisor, what's going, bro? How's it going? It's nice to see you in here, man. Let's go. Are you excited for tonight's episode? Let me know. Substack, the fact that there are the theater premieres of this episode tells you something big is gonna go down. Exactly, bro. I'm telling you, we're gonna get a Mustafar sequence where it's Ahsoka versus Anakin. I am telling you. I feel like that's what's gonna happen. I'm talking that big of level is gonna happen, and the internet's gonna break because this is why Dave is the GOAT. Simple as that. Give Dave full reins of Star Wars. Let him just control it. Let him do it because he's about to blow people's minds in tonight's episode. I just have a feeling this episode is gonna be crazy. We're not ready for this episode. I'm telling you, this is gonna be my favorite episode of the series. Last week's episode is probably my favorite episode of the series so far. That and the first episode. And this, I would say this, I would rank them episode 4, 1, 2, 3. That's probably how I would rank the episode so far. I already know episode 5 is gonna be episode 4. I already know it. It's gonna be at the top. Like it's peak. I'm so excited for tonight's episode. And guys, mind you, it is 8:32 p.m. The episode is gonna be dropping pretty damn soon. We are close. We are close to that premiere time. So super super excited. Like I said, anything can happen in tonight's episode. I'm fully here for it. I'm fully excited. Like I said, guys, if you have not subscribed to the Patreon, definitely do so. I'm trying to get to 100 subs over on my Patreon, and I know we could do it. It's only $5 a month. You get access to all my series content, series reactions, movie reactions, and guys, like I said, Loki season 2 reactions are going to be dropping soon. And like I said, I am rewatching season 1. And I'm doing a countdown, watching, like I said, I'm watching an episode every Thursday, and I'm of me rewatching Loki season 1. I'm doing reactions for it over on the Patreon. So this is actually the first time I'm reacting to episode. This is the first season of Loki, and it's like really really fun because, like I said, it's a reaction for me because I've watched the series before. But I love how we're kind of doing it as like a countdown, and I love how like I'm going to drop the last 2 episodes that Thursday before the premiere of course season 2 that following Friday. Like I said, guys, it's gonna be super super fun. And I just don't want you guys missing those reactions because you guys know how excited I am for Loki. Speaking of Loki, I got go to your local Hot Topics or go online because they do have Loki season 2 merch at Hot Topic now. They do. I actually got a shirt today. I'm gonna post it up on the community tab later, and I'll post it over on the Discord later. But I did get a Loki season 2 shirt today at Hot Topic. So shout out Hot Topic because they're finally getting in Loki season 2 merch, which makes me super excited because usually, I can't lie, sometimes they get stuff in merch after the fact, after the shows are done, after I'm talking like months after the shows are like have been done. And it's kind of like, okay, like people don't want them after the fact. Usually people want them before so that way they can wear them watching the show. But Hot Topic has been on it lately, and they already have the merch out. They're just starting to roll out the merch. I got a really cool shirt today. Like I said, I'm super excited to share the picture with share with you guys what the shirt looks like. It's really really cool. Super excited. I'm actually gonna wear it this Thursday when I watch episode 2. When I react to episode 2 of Loki season 1, like this Thursday, I'm gonna wear it over on my Patreon video. So if you guys want to actually like see me wear it, see me react to episode 2 of Loki, go subscribe to my Patreon because you're not gonna want to miss that, along with the season 2 reactions. I can't get over how excited I am for Loki and how excited I am for tonight's episode. Like, we're getting peak content, guys. We really are. I mean, in reality, because the SAG strike is still going on, I'm really glad that we're getting these shows that were out that got to be released before the events of everything happening. I'm just really really happy about that because I'm fully support actors and everybody, and even voice actors and everything, in terms of Hollywood being in these studios being super greedy. I fully support these actors and them striking, but I'm just so glad that we got this content. I'm super glad because it really does suck. This saves us, honestly, in terms of like, in terms of this is what we kind of like. This is like what gets us through the days. You know what I mean? For me, especially, like shows and movies get me through the day, like through my life. You know what I mean? And I'm just so glad that we have them. I just wish Hollywood's the studios would understand that like people need this. You know what I mean? Like the actors need this, of course, to feed their families and that's their living. But like we need this to survive through the day. This is a lot of this content gets us through like if we have depression and stuff like this. You know what I mean? Like that's how important like this movies and shows are. And this gets me through my day. This makes me happy. You know what I mean? This is like this gives me the content gives me the benefit of us having these great conversations, you know what I mean, and doing these fun things here on the channel. So I just wish these studios would understand that. Like it gets people through the day. It really does. It brightens up people's days. It brightens up people's lives. And I just feel like studios don't understand that, which is really really sad. Bethany, you said exactly Superwise. I'm thinking same thing about the theater viewings. This episode is going to be good. Oh, it's going to be so good. So good. Guys, it is 8:37 p.m. We are rolling around that 8:40 mark. Guys, the episode's going to be dropping pretty soon. Super excited. I'm just super stoked. I don't think there was a clip that released today for this episode. And that's how you know this episode is going to be huge. Let's go on YouTube. I'm going to stay away from anything that's going to get me like striked down, but like I'm pretty damn sure there wasn't like any Ahsoka clip today. I'm pretty sure we didn't get shit like in terms of clips for today's episode. No, we didn't get anything. So that's how you know they are saving this for big time, guys. They are saving this big time. They do not want to show us anything because like I said, they already know that this episode is going to be peak. Like that's how you know there's no clip. We are getting peak in this episode. We're getting peak. We just are. Excited to see what the hell they're gonna do. Yeah, to warrant a theater release. Exactly. Because that's big. Like that's never been done before. A Disney Plus show theater release for an episode? Nah, it's big. It's big. I can't wait. No clip. Yeah, no clip. No TV spot, Otto. This is a huge episode. It's big. I don't think there will be a downside to this episode. I would be surprised if they could make a downside to a flashback episode where we just go through Star Wars greatest hits. I would just be surprised. And I'm not gonna lie, this is gonna like refresh my Clone Wars knowledge from the show. This is gonna refresh a lot probably because we're gonna go through like key moments probably from the Clone Wars series, and it's gonna be super fun. Good point, Otto. Yeah, exactly. Like I said, Superwise and Otto, like that's crazy that they're not no TV spots, no clip. That's never been done before. Never been done before. And you know Disney loves their TV spots and clips for shows. We didn't get shit, and they're getting a theatrical release for this episode. It's big time. It's big time. Beth, you said, "Oh, although Marvel hasn't done this exactly. Marvel has not done this. It's huge. Got to be a Clone Wars flashback, Mustafar, or a big cameo we never expected. That's what I'm thinking, man. I'm thinking Mustafar because that deserves to be shown on the big screen. A rematch, like you know what I mean? Like we get to see, technically in a way a rematch, but like not with Obi-Wan, but like with Ahsoka. Technically a rematch because, like I said, Ahsoka technically fought Anakin as Vader. So technically this is round 2, baby. This is round 2, but you're fighting with Anakin this time. You're not fighting with Vader. So I'm talking prime Anakin too. So I think that fight choreography is going to be on point. If we're getting prime Anakin, I'm talking flipping Anakin. I'm talking kick to the face Anakin. I'm talking crazy shit. I'm talking you turned her against me. Like I'm talking crazy shit. This episode's going to be insane. I'm talking was it you underestimate my power. I'm talking crazy shit. Super excited. Super something cinematic. 100%. Could Merrick come back with magic? I guess so. I mean, Morgan brought him back to life, clearly from what we saw, because the Witches of Dathomir used that green smoke. So clearly that was Dave saying that Morgan brought Merrick to life. I think that's bullshit. Personally, I really wish that would have been Ezra. I think that would have blew people's minds if Ezra was Merrick this entire time and has been back. And he just was like put underneath a spell. We've seen that in Star Wars before. It wouldn't have been too far-fetched. So it just annoys me that, like, come on, bro. We could have got some cool shit. But I don't know, maybe no one was thinking maybe no one was thinking in the writer's room. Like, I feel like that would have been so obvious to do. Like, we have Morgan a witch. It's not so far-fetched to have someone underneath a spell. They could have made an explanation on how Ezra got back. Maybe Ezra... Think about it. Ezra pretty much brought the Purgles to the ship to do the hyper jump to space, to the point where, like, Ezra could have figured out a way to use the Purgles again and go back and leave Thrawn wherever he took Thrawn. It wouldn't have not been believable. It would have been believable. And let's say he went to go, like, tell Sabine and everybody he's alive and he put Thrawn somewhere and everybody is safe, and then Morgan found him, put him underneath the spell, and he's been Merrick all this time. And they could have done the face reveal in last week's episode. That would have changed everything. Everything could have played out the way it was going to play out. Where, like, Ahsoka wasn't able to tell Sabine about Ezra being the masked person. And let's say Ezra, like, went on an escape ship and left. Sabine doesn't know. And, like, as Ahsoka was going to tell Sabine, that's when, what's his name? Baron, like, or yeah, I think his name is Baron Skull or something like that, or whatever the hell, hits, Ahsoka over the edge. They could have done something like that, but they didn't do it. And I feel like it would have been really cool if, like, Merrick was actually someone. And the fact that he's not is dumb to me. I think they really dropped the ball on that, but it is what it is. I do agree with you, but you saying that made me think they may have a bigger plan for Ezra. They might, Nate. They might. I honestly really don't know. I mean, the possibilities are endless. We have so many... Guys, if you think about it, tonight's only episode 5. We have 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 4 more episodes of this show. 4 more. And I feel like we barely scratched the surface yet. I feel like shit's gonna get crazier as we keep going. Personally, I think this is, like I said, this is where the fun begins. This episode's gonna be so mind-blowing. I think we're gonna be like, what just happened? I think we're gonna be like, Dave Filoni just gave us the best something we never expected we would get as Star Wars fans. Dave is going to blow us away in this episode. I'm telling you guys. I would not be surprised if Dave directed this episode personally. Like, he personally said, I'm directing this episode. I'm going to do visuals for this episode. I'm going to do everything for this episode. I would not be surprised if bro literally, like, directed and did everything and did writing for this episode. I would not be surprised. I would not. I really would not if his name ends up being popped up at the end credits of the episode. I would not be surprised. I really would not. And I think that would be, I feel like a even for the people, because Dave is really involved in this series already, but like for the people that really feel like, okay, like I don't see what other people see about, people having faith in Dave. If Dave really was behind this episode and this episode becomes like the one of the greatest in terms of Star Wars like content, people will shut up. People, that will be a drop the mic for Dave, and people will shut up, and people would be fully on board with him if they weren't already. That's what I'm thinking. Oh man, I'm just so excited for tonight's episode. Also, you said obviously also the old TV spots only show the first 4 episodes in the clips exactly, so we don't know with the next episodes exactly. We don't, although we really don't know what they're gonna do in these next episodes. That's what I'm saying. Bro, I'm so happy we don't know shit. We don't know shit. Dude, we don't know anything even about Loki yet. I don't know. We've seen stuff for Loki, but I'm so confused. And that's what I love. That's what I loved about Loki season 1. I did not know what was going on. I did not know what was going on, and that's what I love. I don't know what's going on in season 2, and that's what I love. They could show me whatever they want to show me. I don't know what's going on in Loki season 2, and that makes me super excited. It makes me even more happy. You know what I mean? Or it just makes me happier. Even more happier. Like, I could not be a happier person in terms of what we are getting. Between this and between Loki, between Spider-Man in October and Loki in October, we are eating. We are eating. I'm just so happy right now. This is great, great, great. Jerry, you said the writers must have been on strike that day, and Disney must have wanted to save money and hired Kathleen Kennedy to write that scene of Merrick. Probably you're right, bro. You guys know how I feel about Kathleen Kennedy, so I would not be surprised, Jerry, if they wanted to save money and the writers were on strike that day. They brought her in. She's like, okay, we're gonna have Merrick just be like some something that Morgan like brought back to life. Some what is it? Some Sith that she brought back to life. Nothing to him. Nothing. He just was a fart cloud. And that was it. You know what I mean? No importance, just a fart cloud to be slashed in half and then fart cloud come out of his chest. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, because it pissed me off. They focus so much on Bro's face to have him be no one and him just turn to a fart cloud. Literally, I think that is the dumbest thing they could have ever have done, personally. I could have wrote better. I really think I could have wrote better, honestly. Although you said they could do the theater thing for Loki season 2 episode. Yeah, they could. You never know. I would not be surprised. Could you imagine if Loki episode 1 of season 2 got a theatrical release? Oh god, I would. Oh god, you can't even. Don't get me started on that, because I would cry. I kid you not. If I could not get a seat for that, I would cry. Especially if it's an IMAX release of episode 1 of Loki season 2, I'd cry. I kid you not. It might sound over dramatic, but I would cry. If I could not get an episode, if they did that for Loki season 1 episode 2, or Loki season 2 episode 1, I'd flip out. I would cry. I'd be upset. It'd be so cool. It would be so cool. I think if any series deserves it, Loki deserves it. I personally think so. I think it is the best. Yeah, you guys know how happy I am for Loki season 2. I'm so geeked. And also, guys, an unboxing is coming for Loki season 1. I ordered the 4K Steelbook. That unboxing is coming on the 26th. So stay tuned for that, because that's coming. I'm super excited for that. Super, super geeked for that. Oh, man. I might honestly watch the rest of the episodes on my 4K disc. I might just do that. Like, once I'm done until, like, because I can't remember how many episodes I have after the 26th, because Friday, I think the 26th is a Friday. I don't know how many episodes I have after that, but, like, I'll probably watch the last 2 episodes on the 4K CD when I do my reactions over on Patreon. Nate, you said, so upset I couldn't get a theater ticket for this episode. Same, bro. Like I said, I'm shocked. I'm usually when Pittsburgh gets like exclusive stuff like that, like big things. There's only one theater here in Pittsburgh that they do that, and it's my IMAX and Dolby theater. Which we only have one IMAX and Dolby theater here in Pittsburgh. I have to like burp. Sorry about this, guys. Also, we got 7 people in here, guys. Definitely make sure to like the stream. But like I said, we didn't get it. I'm surprised we did not get this episode 5 theatrical release here. We usually get like exclusive things at our one big prime AMC theater where we do Dolby and IMAX, and they just didn't get it. I'm surprised, I'm shocked, but they just didn't get it. But yeah, I understand the pain a little bit, but I'm glad that we're here. I'm glad that we get to like talk about our theories and predictions. I'm glad afterwards we get to talk about what we thought about the episode. Like I said, guys, make sure to tune in and the after show, episode discussion stream after the episode is done. Like I said it for like 10-15. But for all I know, this episode could be super long. I don't know. And if it is, I'll go live whenever I go live, whenever I'm done watching the episode. So stay tuned because I'm going live like right after I'm done watching the episode. And to know when I go live, go put on notifications on for that live stream. The live stream is already up. The after show discussion, put on notifications for that. Like the stream over there, so that way you guys can help and make sure people know I'm doing an after show discussion for this episode. And we can all talk about the episode after, because like I said, I'm super excited. I really want to talk to you guys. Make sure you tune in because we're gonna have a lot to talk about. We're gonna have so much to talk about. Hell, if there's clips up from the episode, because there will be on Twitter, I'll probably go up on Twitter and we'll watch some of the clips. Probably that some highlighted clips from the episode that people will put up. We'll watch them and we'll talk about them probably if I can find any without getting my shit taken down. I think I'll be okay though. You said. Nate, you said Orlando it was in Orlando. I figured because it's like a Disney owned theater, probably in Orlando because of course Disneyland is in Orlando. And I'm in Tampa, and it was instantly sold out. Exactly, bro. This is huge. Everybody wants to. I mean, again, this has never happened before for an episode of a show, and we all know that crazy shit's gonna be in tonight's episodes. Although you said so I'm from LA, but I just found out the theater that showing and I missed it. Damn, you missed it. I'm sorry, bro. But I'm glad that we're here. I'm glad that we still get to watch it and we get to talk about it. That's the one benefit that we're here talking about predictions, and this is fun. I to be honest, I think this is better than going there. I think us doing this and then us watching the episode and us coming back to talk about it, I think is better personally. Because sometimes you get to watch the episode, but you don't have anybody to talk to after. That's why I love doing these pre-show and after-show discussions, because I want all of us to have someone to talk to about these fun things. You know what I mean? I want us to geek about all this stuff. That's why I love doing these things with you guys. It's just super super fun, and I couldn't be more grateful of having you all here and us talking about this. It's just truly truly fun. I mean, when I was younger, I really had no one to talk to about all this. And now it's like I have a full family to talk to about this with you guys. It's super, super great, and it makes me really happy. So I'm just excited. I'm excited to see what they're going to do. And guys, it is 8:52. This episode is going to drop at like any moment. It's going to drop in any moment. Super, super glad. I'm super, super happy. Audrey said, I'm glad to talk to you. I'm reading it over here because it's like cut out over here. You said glad to talk to you guys about this. Although same, I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that you're a part of the fam here. I'm glad that we get to talk about this. It makes me super super happy that I've met all of you guys. I truly consider you guys family. That's what we have here on the channel is family. I consider you guys family. There's nothing more to it. I love you guys. This is great. This is truly great. I couldn't be more happier. I really, really couldn't. This is just truly, truly, truly fun, and it's truly a blessing I get to do this. It's great. And me just learning more, and I think I prefer this way more than doing it on my phone. I get to have a layout. I get to have like a fully fun event. It's truly fun, and I'm just super, super excited, guys. It is 8:52, like I said. I'm actually gonna do a couple of changes here to set up for my Patreon. I'm gonna do some slight modifications. I'm actually gonna move my Heroverse logo. I'm gonna move that my banner logo. I'm gonna add the poster real quick because this is some modifications I like to do for Patreon. So I'm gonna add that. It's gonna look huge for a minute because I have to adjust it, but we're gonna add that. Add that real quick. Let me scoot you guys over so I can actually see what I'm doing. And then after I'm done doing this, I'm actually gonna add my. I gotta go get my headphones to prepare for the episode. Okay, I think that's good. Let me go here. Let me add my Patreon logo. So that way it's all ready for when I do my reaction. But guys, I want to know any final predictions for tonight's episode. I really am curious to know. Any final predictions before I head out, so I can do my reaction. And then, like I said, the pre-show, the after-show discussion is up. So make sure you have notifications on so we can all talk about that afterwards. It is 8:54. This episode is literally going to drop like any moment. And I have everything pretty much ready. But I just have to get my headphones. I've been letting them charge too. So I'm glad about that. I don't have to worry about charging them and it running out. Turn these bad boys on. Make sure that they are connected. And they are connected. Okay, cool. Okay. Like I said, guys, in a couple of minutes, I am going to end stream. I'll probably end it like at 8:50. I'll probably at 8:57. I'll end the stream. So that way I could just make sure everything is like set and ready. And then, like I said, we will be back here for, again, the after show discussion. I'm actually going to show you guys real quick that I do have it up on my live streams real quick. So if you go to my lives, it's right here. The after show discussion is right here. So guys, like I said, go here, like the video, like the stream, and also comment down the stream. Like, I guess, like, you guys can comment right down the stream once you're done with the episode. Like, even if I don't start the stream yet, comment down the stream and just let me know your excitement, your pure excitement. It is going to be a spoiler discussion, so no one can be angry in the chat before I even start it, because it is a spoiler discussion. So once you're done with the episode, come right here. Just say your excitement of what you thought about the episode in the chat, and then we will talk about it once I get in there. And like I said, once I'm done with my recording, I'm going to start it right away. So go here, put on notify me so you get notified, so you do not miss this stream. I really don't want you guys to miss it. I really want to talk to you guys because I'm just geeking. I'm geeking out. I'm so super excited. Bethany, you said nice. Yes, thanks, Bethany. I appreciate it. Of course, as always. Like I said, I got my drink ready. I'm just super excited, guys. I'm let's go. I gotta get my lightsaber out. Let's go, bro. Let's go. I'm trying to get that. I'm saying that. I gotta get blue. Out. And for Ahsoka, I gotta get the white out. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get this out. It just has to happen. I gotta get my lightsaber out. For sure. Alright, bet. I just had to do that. I'm just super excited. I just had to do that. Some nerd shit real quick. Because I'm just super excited. I just had to. I couldn't help myself. I'm just super excited. Oh man, we are in for a treat, guys. It is 8:57. I'm gonna be ending the stream now. Like I said, guys, I'm gonna be literally loading up my after show discussion once I'm done reacting to the episode 5 of Ahsoka. I will see you guys back in my after show discussion. Like I said, guys, I hope everybody has a great day, a safe day, and I'll see you guys in the after show discussion for episode 5 of Ahsoka. Peace.